Hello, Africa Bitcoin Conference 2024. I'm so happy to be on this stage today. I'm so happy to share this conference with you. This is my third one running, so if you've heard the word Saccos, I want to do a quick check. How many of you have heard of Saccos? Good, good. Okay, good. I see a good 40% have not raised their hands. So I'll try to talk a bit more about that. My name is Jodom Konuko. You've known me so far in the Bitcoin space as OK Jodom. To reintroduce myself, I am a spatial and software engineer. I have, in the past 2 years, been a contributor to the Fedimint protocol, where I built integrations between the Fedimint, the protocol, and the Lightning Network. Now, I build horses. Well, I'll say more about that, but I am the founder and chief technology officer at Bitsacco. Well, I've just talked about horses. I looked around, and it seems none of you love horses, right? I'm alone. But horses are very powerful creatures. Well, you love horses. Thank you. Cool. When I think about horses in the context of Bitcoin, I think about Trojan horses. And the legend of Troy is a powerful one. It's a story of introducing something through familiarity, bringing an adversary through the gates. In Bitcoin, we are all on a journey of adoption, and sometimes that is not easy. The story of Bitsacco started last year when I was sitting down under a mango tree with my father. And at that time, he's asking me questions. Hey, what do you do in Bitcoin? You've just started working as a protocol engineer. You are a software engineer, and I know that. But what is it that you do actually? What is Bitcoin? How does it relate to us? How does it relate to the things that we care about, right? Yeah. I see my slide has gone up, so I will go back a little bit. And we are still under the mango tree. Cool. My dad left me with the challenge of trying to explain and bringing Bitcoin to him in a way that he can easily understand and adopt. And a way that is just sit down with me, show me how this is useful to me, and show me how I can then use it for my daily life. And that is the story, that is the challenge of the Trojan horse. Well, you've seen this slide, and one of those ideas of introducing Bitcoin as a thing that is familiar is Saccos. Now, to talk a bit about Saccos, it's a cooperative community banking model. In Kenya today, if you're going around, you'll see this everywhere. It's on buildings, it's on vehicles, it's on brands. People know about Saccos and they depend upon it. A Sacco starts from a community with a goal, a community with a mission, and that could take the form of, hey, we want to provide transportation for our members, for our society, but we don't have sufficient capital, sufficient resources to do that. The thing we do is we come together, we pool funds, we go buy vehicles like this type or bigger ones, and we run them. And the profit, the value, therefore, is channeled to our members. That is a Matatu Sacco. In other examples of Sacco, you come together as a community, you pool resources, and you go build houses. You come together, employees and the employer, when they have a financial relationship beyond the paycheck. It could be in the form of, hey, our members, our employees need affordable insurance. So we can come together, form a Sacco, and that is a member, that is an employment Sacco. These are just 3 examples. There's so many others, and I want to show you how this can be powerful in the context of Bitcoin. The Bitsacco idea is simple. Remember the challenge my dad left me with under the mango tree? How can you explain Bitcoin to me in a way that I understand in a way that is relevant to me. So we take a Sacco that he knows. We add Bitcoin. We get Bitsacco. Now you know where the name comes from. And I hope you're getting hints of why the horse is in the Sacco. Cool. What is the opportunity here? Today, as we are sitting here, there's 14 million Kenyans who are registered members of Sacco. There is over 6.8 billion of deposits in Saccos. This is only second to mobile money banking in Kenya. And this here should be Bitcoin. It shouldn't be Kenyan shillings. It shouldn't be fiat. Let's go do that. Let's go build that on Bitcoin. Let's Trojan horse that 6.8 billion onto the Bitcoin network. That is value we need stored. We capture that idea of familiarity, Sacco. We build it onto interfaces that our members are used to in the form of personal savings. And here, when a user signs up, when a Kenyan today signs up to Bitsacco with their phone number, they only need to say, hey, I want to deposit funds into my personal savings in my Sacco. I know this Sacco will help me access Bitcoin. So what do? We take that Kenyan shillings, we instantly translate it into Satoshis, and we help them collaboratively custody it. Hint, we're using the Fedimint protocol. But there's another very popular formal transaction model you find in Africa. That is groups of people, as much smaller groups coming together with even tinier goals, financial goals. Tiny in the context of banking, but for them, it's very, very impactful. It could be, hey, we want to come together. We want to rebuild our small homes in the village. But the only way we can do that is when we aggregate, when we pull together our 1,000 shillings, and one of us builds a house in a month. This is called a chama in Kenya and much of East Africa. This is called an esusu in Nigeria and much of West Africa. This is called Stockveld in the South Africa. This is everywhere in Africa. Now, the way we build it in Bitsacco is the member, our individual member, who could do their own saving in Bitcoin, now can invite their friend to a joint account, and they do the same deposit. You take your Kenyan shillings, you pull it together, it's in Bitcoin, you can achieve value with it. Saccos in the name is Savings and Credit Cooperative Organization. So savings alone is the start. But to get that really powerful and really in context with what they achieve today, we are building a credit product, the first of its kind on Bitcoin. We invite the Bitcoin community to help us really model this out and build it into something that's useful for our society. Cool. Saccos, Bitsacco, like other Saccos, have a membership. But I want to show you how our Sacco is probably today the easiest Sacco to join and achieve value in the whole of Kenya. We only require one share, which is valued at 1,000 Kenya shillings. Translation, that is about $8, for you to achieve any Bitcoin savings you want to do. Other Saccos relatively will require 50 times this, about $50,000 or $500 for a member in Kenya today to start saving with them, to start transacting within the Sacco. We only ask the user, hey, buy one share at $10, at $8. Shares are not just value given to the Sacco, they give dividends. And we are projecting 11% per annum, whereas other Saccos do 8% commonly on average. 11% per annum based on our operations and the projections on Bitcoin, we are even thinking of doing these dividends in Bitcoin. Yeah. Bitsacco is very, very early stage, and today you can support us by becoming a member. If you join with a Kenyan phone number, you can do deposits from M-Pesa, personal savings, you can create chama. If you join today with a non-Kenyan number, you won't be able to access the M-Pesa and other transactions in Kenya, but you know you're testing something that is very novel, but very common in Kenya. You can give us feedback. So we hope all of you, after this talk, go and try the Bitsacco. That's bitsacco.com. Try, give us feedback. That is how we build value for the community. I am a developer. I am a protocol contributor. So I couldn't help but build Bitsacco in an open source way. And to all the developers in the room, please go to Bitsacco, github.com/Bitsacco, and contribute code. Help build this not just for your own community, but any other community in Africa that would love to adopt this model. The idea is simple. You take something that is familiar, you add Bitcoin to it, and that's how you empower your community. That is a Trojan horse. Thank you. This is the team that is helping us build Bitsacco for Kenya, and we welcome you to join us in building Bitsacco.